permanent home. The new Iranian government demanded his return to stand trial for his crimes, a certain death sentence. In October 1979, the Shah's health deteriorated rapidly. He had lymphoma and needed urgent medical treatment unavailable in his current host, Mexico. A powerful lobby of American figures, including former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger and banker David Rockefeller, pressured President Carter to allow the Shah into the United States for humanitarian reasons. Carter was torn. His Secretary of State, Cyrus Vance, and the U.S. Ambassador in Tehran, William Sullivan, warned explicitly that admitting the Shah would provoke an extreme reaction, potentially putting the U.S. Embassy at risk. They argued that America's national interest should come before the fate of a fallen dictator. Despite these dire warnings, on October 22, 1979, President Carter made the fateful decision. He allowed the Shah into the United States for medical treatment, citing humanitarian grounds. For the revolutionary government in Iran, this was the ultimate proof of a conspiracy. They saw it as America, the great Satan, once again sheltering their hated tyrant, potentially to orchestrate another coup like in 1953. 2 weeks later, on November 4, 1979, a group of Iranian students, encouraged by the new regime, stormed the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and took 52 American diplomats and citizens hostage. Their central demand: the return of the Shah to face justice. What was intended as a short-lived sit-in, with the revolution's internal political struggles, solidified into a 444-day crisis that would define Carter's presidency and create a deep, lasting chasm between the two nations. In essence, the hostage crisis was not a random act. It was the direct outcome of 25 years of U.S. support for a brutal dictator, followed by a single, well-intentioned decision that was seen by the revolutionaries as a declaration of war. The November 13th miscalculation, 1979. By this date, the initial shock had worn off, and it became clear this was not a short-term standoff. This segment analyzes the early diplomatic overtures that failed and the administration's underestimation of the militants' resolve and the new government's